So, hey, I was scrolling through TikTok, right? And I have conversations. I can't think of one time I have not talked about the topic of boundaries because it just seems like people who there is a tie. Let me reverse that. There is a tie between health and boundaries. Even the way the earth is created, there are boundaries. If the world were all ocean, it would be a problem. And if the world were all land, it'd be a problem. But there are boundaries in the earth, and that's a healthy thing. Why we allow people to cross our boundaries is something that we all have to work through because it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing process. So when you start the process of providing boundaries, you're going to notice some shifts in your relationship. So I'm going to play this uh, piece from TikTok that I found, and I'm going to break it up and talk a little bit in between it, but it gives a really good explanation. So let me go ahead and do my thing.
When you stop tolerating nonsense, you're going to lose a lot of people. Some people are going to think, oh, you think you're all that, huh? You are. And you don't need someone to make you feel like you are.
And that comes from self-love, right? That comes from you treasuring yourself first. That comes from you putting yourself first. You know, the greatest relationship, there are two hierarchies within relationships, right? Well, I won't call them hierarchies. The most important relationship you'll ever have is one, the relationship with your creator. And then the second most important relationship you'll ever have is the relationship you have with yourself. Because, see, you can't really pour out to others or be there for others if you're not taking care of yourself, right? And that might be a shift for other people because they may be accustomed to you doing more for them than you taking care of yourself. Let's listen a little bit more to what he has to say here. And shout out to Sacred Thomas. Follow him if you're not following him, y'all. I like this guy.
Setting boundaries means shedding dead weight. You set the expectations.
And so you are setting the expectation. You are putting yourself first, right? You're no it's in a way see, you have no control over how someone else is going to respond to you. You have no control over what they're feeling or anything of that nature. You have no control over that. But you do have control over how you're going to respond to things. And you do have control over how you're going to move in certain situations. And you have the right to say, I'm not going to embark in this conversation. Well, the word embark, you say it how you want to say it. I would say embark. I am not going to be a participant in this conversation because it's not healthy for me. And you can establish a boundary around that. And listen, depending on that relationship you have with someone, You don't owe them an explanation for why you're choosing to no longer be a part of that conversation.
Set the tone. You define your own parameters that you choose to live by. It's a declaration of self respect. It's a declaration of being done with toxicity, the drama, the games. When you bring that kind of energy, people are going to fall off.
And when they fall off, that's okay. You see, what typically happens is in these types of scenarios is the healthier you become, a lot of times those people are going to fall off because you're giving off a different type of energy, right? People that don't mean you well will realize that they can't manipulate you, they cannot gaslight you, they cannot treat you the way that they were able to treat you before. You're not bending to their will, you're choosing to bend to your own will. And when they choose to move away from you, that is okay. It's all gravy. It is okay. Because they never meant you well anyway. They didn't mean you good anyway.
But the beautiful thing, the ones that are worth keeping, the people who honor your truth and stand by you, they'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
Draw the lines that protect your peace, your sanity, your soul. It's not about losing. It's about gaining clarity, self-respect, and the freedom to live life on your terms. When you stop tolerating nonsense.
So I had a client give a response that I really liked. And the response that the client made was um, a godly realignment. It was a righteous realignment. And if you study the word righteousness, what it means is justice. It's setting things in proper order. By establishing boundaries, you are setting things in proper order. Remember, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the relationship with your creator, and then the relationship that you have to yourself. And part of building in that relationship to yourself is establishing those boundaries. And if people fall off, it is so okay. Because what I found is that those people that fall off make room for those individuals who are always meant to come, but maybe there was no space for them to enter into your world until those other people left. So I hope this reaction helped you. I hope it brought you to a greater healing place. And let's talk about in the comments. If you like what I talked about, subscribe to the station. And I look forward to continuing the conversation in the comments below. Y'all have a good one.